Hey guys, so guess what? The National Defense Authorization Act, with the provision to indefinitely detain American citizens anywhere in the world. You know, when the military feels like it, whenever they're given the order to do it, they can detain you indefinitely based on the suspicion that you're a terrorist. And it passed tonight, and it's headed to conference, which doesn't mean anything. I guess they're working out, which dollar is going to go where. That's basically what conference means. So it's not really going to fix that provision. And it's probably going to go to President Obama. And the White House has said that, it is going to him. And the White House has said that they would veto it. But I get this feeling deep down inside that he's not going to veto it because it's a giant bill, hundreds of pages long. And he might as well just be like, well, never mind. There's more important things in this bill than just that little provision that I had a problem with, so I will sign that into law. And even if he didn't, even if he stood true by his words, even if he did veto it, the Senate could bring it back up and override his veto. Seeing that 93 people tonight voted for the passage of this bill in the final vote, while only 7 people voted against it. And I will name you the 7 people, the brave 7 people that voted against it. I'm not going to bother rattling off the names of 93 traitors. Don't bother. You can figure it out when I give you the 7 that didn't, and then there's the rest, okay? The 7 people who did not are Coburn of Oklahoma, which I was surprised because he didn't care to do anything about the indefinite detention provision. So maybe he had his own reasoning. I bet it was overspending or something like that. Harkin of Iowa, Mike Lee of Utah. And the thing with Mike Lee is that he's one of the few good senators in Congress right now. And a couple of days ago, I had a bit of a problem with him because he voted against the Udall amendment, which would have watered down that McCain-Levin provision a bit. But he had his reasoning for it afterwards, and he then said, I do support, getting rid of that provision. I just didn't want to support that one amendment that would have just kind of watered it down a bit. So I understood him. He was just coming from a different angle. Merkley of Oregon, Wyden of Oregon, Sanders of Vermont, and Rand Paul of Kentucky all voted against it. So congratulate them if they live in your state or whatever. Call their offices up and say thank you for, standing up for me. Well, the rest of them just took a giant piss all over the Bill of Rights and Constitution. Just a giant stream of piss all over it. That's what they did. They don't care. Even the people that originally were supporting taking that provision out, like Feinstein and a few other Democrats, they then voted in the end for the bill. They said, we tried, so we're just going to vote in the final passage of this bill because, there's more to it. We got a little spending there, $1 billion here, military-industrial complex just all around, so that's more important than this provision off to the side that was controversial. We'll ignore that for now. So there you go. Just unbelievable. So, I tried. I really did. I sent emails. I sent out a few emails yesterday. I called up both of my state senators. I live in Idaho, so I called up Crapo and Risch, called up their D.C. offices, and, I talked with their office assistants or whoever, and just said, hey, pass the word along to support this amendment that would void out that provision, that unconstitutional provision. Pass it along, please. And what did they do? They voted in the other direction. We'll pass that along. Just standard office talk that you get when you call somebody in D.C. So, that's just a total waste of my time. Doubt they even read the email. It was an email I just sent out. It took a quick 5 minutes to do, but did they read it? Probably not. When they found out in the mid-sentence that, I was pissed off, they probably just hit delete, and that was it. So I tried there. Let me know if you tried, if you called your senator in the past couple of days. If you didn't, then no bitch, okay? You didn't do anything. You sat up behind the keyboard and just typed and complained. I don't like this. Well, being a little bitchy patriot warrior on the internet isn't going to get anything done, okay? If you're not out there, if you're not actually trying to call these people up, trying to contact them, trying to get through to these people, at least making the attempt, even though it's going to fail with some individuals. If it's going to fail, at least have to try. You can't just complain about it afterwards. I mean, I can't stand people like that. But please let me know if you did. So there's that. Just total joke. Passed 93-7. And it's in conference now, and Obama threatening to veto it if it comes to his desk. However, I kind of doubt it. Like I said, giant bill. He might just at the last minute reverse his promise, like he always does, and sign it into law anyway, saying, well, there's more important stuff in here. And even if he did veto it, the Senate could bring it back in, and they would say, they would have enough votes, actually, to override his veto and then have it become law. So that's your update. You're screwed for now, unless Obama sticks by his promise. But even if he did, the Senate could override it. And I will update you guys again. But man, it's unbelievable. Really unbelievable how far we've come. All right. Thank you. Bye.